My name is Benji. I'm from Center for E-Learning. Thank God it's Friday. Today is Friday, and this is the last session that we are having for the Beat the Hay series. And today is day number 5. On your screen, you should be able to see our website being launched already. So if you scroll down on the left side, you would be able to navigate to the link that says day 5. All our workshop materials and resources, including the slides, will be up here on this page. Now, there is a slight difference between my slide and the slide that's on here because I want to dive right into some hands-on. So therefore, you will find that some of the information you see on the slide that I provide for you on this page will have a lot more information compared to the one I show on screen. Right? Today, what we are covering is organizing learners' activities. Organizing learner-centered activities with Google Educational Apps. Now, we want to leverage on the power of collaboration and communication with Google Apps. And that's what we want to do, really. When we say learner-centered activities, we talk about giving learners their voices, giving learners the power to be able to work on content creation, content construction. So how does this play out when we want to use Google Apps? I'm going to show you a very quick video, and then we will hands-on with Google Docs later on. And so, yeah, in a nutshell, this is what we are talking about today. Learner-centered activity doesn't need to be something that's lonely, especially during the haze situation, right? When they do online learning at home, I'm just with my own computer. How do I get in touch with other learners? How do I get in touch with my educators or tutors in this case? Now, Google Docs gives you the power to collaborate with other learners, at the same time also to work together with your tutors. What are some of the learner-centered activities we can talk about? For example, you may want them to do a group project. It could be an individual paper, but it can also be a group project whereby many of them come together and construct the knowledge that they have gained from the content that you provide. Now remember, over the last few days, we talked about how we create content and put it online so that the learners can consume, right? So today we want to dive right into really how we can create something like this, a document for learners to participate together. So if you have your screen with me, if you go to the slide number 8 will show you the link to a Google Doc that I have created for you to participate in some activities. So if you go to the slide on your day 5, slide number 8, you will be able to see the same link that I'm displaying here. So go to the Google Doc that I have already prepared for you. How does the document look like? Okay, whoa, New Zealand is a beautiful place. Okay, now this is the document, and you can see already some of you are already participating in the collaborative writing. And so this is the first exercise we want to do together. The question here is, if the haze situation worsened in Singapore, what will you do together with your family? What will you want to do with your family? Let's populate your name. If you feel that I don't want people to know exactly who I am, I just want to put my nickname by all means. My nickname is at P. You want to know the story, stay back after the session and I'll tell you more. But for now, put in your name and your Google or Gmail address. Now, your Gmail address is important because later on we will show you how you can chat and communicate with one another with your Gmail address. And put in what kind of activity you would like to do with your family. So yeah, this is the power of collaborative writing. If you are doing a book chapter together, you can always do this. Somebody has added a beautiful picture to what I've listed there. This is easy, right? And if you were to look at the screen, you will actually see many people typing away. Yeah, this is what we are talking about when we say collaborative writing. At the top of the screen, you will see some animal icons. This is what I meant when, if you do not log into Google, you will appear as one of this animal icon, and it represents you. Okay? How do you know who you are? When you are typing, the cursor has got a certain color. That color represents you, and if you match the color to the animal on top, that will be you. How do I change from being an anonymous or an animal, like maybe a piggy or something, into your own personal profile? The very simple way is to sign in. So on the top right corner, you'll see a blue color little text that says sign in. If you feel that from now onward you do not want to be represented by one of the animals and you want to be a real person, be able to communicate, by all means click on sign in and you will see your icon change to something that represents you. Okay, so we're going to do this exercise and continue on for a little while more. Let's give it another 1 more minute and we will carry on with the rest of the activities, all right? I've seen that nobody wants to be known. Everybody loves the zoo. So do I. Okay, we have a very interesting entry here. It says visit LOTR. What's LOTR? Anybody? Lord of the Rings. Okay, visit the place where they film Lord of the Rings. Now, if you were to pause here for a little while, I want to show you something that you may not have known. Now, when we populate a document like that, or when your learner populate a document like that, you will find that sometimes they need to do some form of research, right? Say, for example, the topic is not about visiting somewhere or doing some activity. The topic is about frog and the life cycle of a frog and what does the frog eat and so on and so forth. If the learner were to do some form of research, typically what you will do or what I will do is to open another browser window or another tab and then search in Google, right? But Google Doc gives you a simple way to do your research within the document itself. Now, if you hover your mouse over to Tools and click on that, from the drop-down list, there's this research link. If you click on it, you will see a research panel turn on the right side of your browser or your page. So how do you do research? Very simple. Now, let's go to the LOTR. For example, I want to find out more about this. All I need to do is to copy and paste it in the search link in the research panel. Now, when you click on it, you also realize that you are allowed to search in different manner. You can find images related to it. If there's a scholar paper written about it, if there's quotes, or even dictionary. I'm going to select everything. And a whole long list of materials would have been searched for you by Google. To know what they look like, hover onto the link that is in blue, and then select Preview. A little box will pop up and show you what exactly is the page about. If you want to find out more, of course, you can click on the link. If not, click on Preview to close it again. I'm going to select maybe this one. Let's see what is this. Okay, this looks good. I want to use this. Okay, so I will insert link. Now, what happens when I click on Insert Link? You'll realize that the link would be automatically inserted to LOTR. And so this becomes like an active link where it will link users to the website. And I can also insert citation by clicking on Cite. And you'll notice that the number appeared right next to LOTR. If you scroll down to the bottom of the page, the citation is there. All right? Now, how do I choose what kind of citation that I use? Click on the little arrow at the bottom of the search bar. You should be able to select either MLA, APA, or Chicago. Okay, so I'm going to leave you for 2 minutes and let you try. Yes, sir.
Where do you get the research bar from?
Okay, very simple. The research bar, go to the top of your menu here, click on Tools, and Research. This could be something that you tell your learners, hey, when you write a paper together, it's important to cite, and therefore, please include citation. And this helps your learner really a lot. They don't have to go from different browsers or different tabs to select and then add in the citation. Now, if you happen to want to search for an image using the research panel, and you are not sure whether the image you can use or not, if you realize just now when I asked you to click on the little arrow to select the different type of citation, There is also an option for you to choose the kind of licensing, not filtered by any license or free to use, share or modified even commercially. This means it's licensed under Creative Commons. Now if you happen to want to search for an image or search for a certain text article and you want to ask your student to use Creative Commons and open resources, make sure you check that so that all the research items that is being searched will give you the relevant result that is within the Creative Commons license. Well, if you have logged in, you should see your profile at the top. Now, if we have done a citation, sometimes we will want our student or even our learners to put in bibliography at the end, right? References. How do you do that? How will you add references into your document? Typically, you will type the style that you want, right? Remember the way it should be, where the full stop and the comma and how you put the names and so on and so forth. Am I right? Now, do not fret, there's an easier way.
Office can automatically do that for you.
Yes, there are some software, apps that you can automatically do that, but in Google, there's also a way for you to do that. Now, I'm going to close the research panel right now. How do I do that? I click on the X, which is right next to the word research, and close this for now. I want to introduce to you this called add-on. If you were to look at your menu at the top again, if you click on add-on, now for those of us who have already added on some features, you will find that the add-ons are listed there. If not, you will see that there's blank. Now, in order for add-on to work, you need to sign into your account because it's tied into your user account. Why? Because the add-on is a very special feature that's added to your Google Docs for your spreadsheet and also for your Google Doc. Now, whenever you add on a feature, this will stay with your login so that in the future when you are creating other documents or other spreadsheets, you will always be able to use the same add-on over and over again. You do not have to call out the feature and add them in. So if you have a Google account and if you have not signed in, I'd like to encourage you to sign on to your Google account right now. Okay, I've just signed in. And some of you may notice that there's a ninja icon at the top. That's me. And so if I were to hover my mouse over to add-on, you'll realize that because I've signed in, these are all the add-ons that I have. Now, the one that I want to recommend to you for bibliography is called Easy Bib, which is the second one. If you do not have it, what you can do is you can get the add-ons. Now, let me show you how it works first, and then later on you can try adding it on. All I need to do is to click on Easy Bib and manage bibliography. Similarly, like the research, it will launch a panel at the side for you. Now, what I'm going to do right now is to take one of the citations that I have here. For example, this particular one that I'm highlighting. Okay, this one. I'm going to copy the link. And I'm going to go over to the EasyBib panel here and select website. Paste the link here and click search. Now what happened is it does a search and find the website that I have cited just now. No result. Uh-oh, something is wrong. Okay, let's try another one. Okay. Film, Wikipedia. See, this is the result. Now I'm going to select this. When I select, what happens is it shows me the kind of bibliography that will be created. Again, I can choose MLA, APA, or Chicago. Now, at this point of time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll to the end of the document. I'm going to put my cursor here and click on the red box that says Add Bibliography to Doc. Now, see what happens after I click it. The work cited and the reference is being added in. Okay? So how do you get this EasyBib thing into your add-on list? Very simple. Go to Add-on, click on Get Add-ons, And when you see this particular menu pop up in front of you, you actually get to choose a variety of different add-ons that you can add to your account. Choose EasyBib and click on Manage, and that will add it into your account. All right? So I'm going to give you 5 minutes to try this. And in fact, more than that, you do not need to just add on to your Google Docs EasyBib. There are many others for you to choose from, and you can try. So besides trying EasyBib, I'd like to encourage you right now to navigate and try different other add-ons. Don't worry, your Google account will not explode in front of your face. Although it's April and it's April Fool's month, it will not happen. So try adding on and see what happens. And if you like it, I would like you to suggest the add-on by going to the same document that we have been working on. If you scroll down, there's a list that says add-on resources. Type in the add-on that you feel that you want to recommend to the group here. Give a little description, and then you may want to put in 1 or 2 remarks over there. And later on, when we go back to review this document, of course, after this session, I will clean it up, right? So when you go in and look at the resources, you will be able to find some recommendations from the group here, okay? Now, you will realize that collaborative writing can be quite messy because everybody is writing all at the same time. So if you are doing a group project or you're asking your learners to do group project, they need to come to some form of agreement to know how they want the editing to be and what kind of fonts and so on and so forth. But that is really the beauty of really working as a group, right? They need to learn how to work with one another, how do we communicate with one another. Okay? So you have explored a couple of things with me. You have explored collaborative writing. We've all added into the document. We've done some research, citation, and bibliography. And I'm going to leave you to continue to explore for yourself, if you want to, any of the other add-ons. I will be around to talk to you a little bit more if you need more information of other add-ons. In the slides, we have also recommended to you some of our favorites. CEL has a couple of favorite add-ons. One of it is the EasyBib. The other one that I like to use is called Workflow. Workflow is an add-on whereby you can add it into your document. As you create and work on your document, you may want to send to your tutor for approval, for example, maybe the outline or the content. You can use the add-on to send an email trigger to your tutor, ask your tutor to give you an approval, which will be documented into your Google Doc. So how does that work? You can always explore it later. I'm not going to show now because what happened is, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to invite my colleague Yuan. Yuan will be sharing with us how we can take discussion online into Google Doc. Now, we have seen discussion in other formats, right? WizIQ, we use the Blackboard for discussion, we use Hangout. How can we do discussion in Google Doc? How does it work for us if we want to do chats and comments and so on? So I'm going to ask Yuan to come and take over the stage right now, and he will walk through with you using the same document. We're going to cook up a storm, discussing with one another about it, all right? Okay, Yuan.
Okay, thank you. Hi everyone. Yeah, by the way, bear with me, I'm a bit hearing impaired, so I can't really hear too well. So if you need to get my attention, just wave a hand or something. All right, okay, anyway, so what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to show you very quickly how you can insert comments. In fact, I think really you guys are wonderful, okay, because I saw a couple of you already start inserting comments. Yeah, so I'm just curious, who are the anonymous people who went and inserted comments in? Yeah. Who are the anonymous people? All right, thank you, Sally. Right, yeah, so, okay, I'm going to show you how you can insert in comments. Let's say you come across an interesting phrase or paragraph or word that you would like to highlight. So you can double click, okay, that means you select the word that you want to comment on, and then you can click on insert and comment. Then click, and then you can just type in something. Then click on comment, and there you have it. Want to give it a try? Yeah, so I'll put your comment. I think the comments, one of the best thing about comments is that it makes it very easy for you to collaborate with other people, specifically on any particular area of the document that you wish to comment on. I mean, if you try to discuss over the phone or whatsoever, you can imagine how hard it would be to comment and so on. But here with the comment, you can, not only just track changes or what, but you can also, put in your own comment and people can reply comment, can discuss, It's very useful. Let's say you want to maybe like debate on a particular word, whether you should put it in or out and so on. Right. Okay, and now I'm going to show you something else. You can comment on each other's comments. Yeah. So what you can do, you can simply select a comment that you like to reply to. How do you do this? You click on the comment, and then in the text box that you see, it will turn yellow, and then you click on the text box that says reply to this comment. Then you can type in something like, this is a reply to your comment. Then after that, you click on reply. So give it a try. Reply to each other's replies. You can reply to a reply or reply. Oh, yes, you got a nice comment thread ongoing already. Yeah, I think, if you have used forums before and so on, I mean, who of you have tried using online forums before? Okay, who? Anyone? Okay, 1, 2. Okay, well, okay, I mean, but how about Facebook? Have you all used Facebook before? Yeah, Facebook, right, can reply to a comment and so on. So essentially, this thing is similar to Facebook in that aspect because it allows you to have an ongoing discussion. Okay, now let's say you can also edit a comment, yeah, but it has to be your own comment. So let's say this one, you realize that there's a spelling mistake in your comment, so you want to edit it. So you just click on the edit link, and then just change it to just correct your spelling. All right. Okay. Now let's say you all guys you all had a very interesting discussion and finally resolved the comment and say, okay, let's say everyone will chip in so and so for a barbecue, or or you already finalized, let's say, the location have in mind. What you can do, you can click on you can resolve this conversation thread, the comment thread, yeah, and archive it. You don't want to delete a comment, but you want to archive it. How do you do this? You see, right? You saw the video, you can click on the resolve and get automatically archived. Don't worry, you'll be able to reopen the conversation again just in case. Yeah, you want to, resurrect the conversation and talk about it again. Okay, I'll carry on. I see some of you are trying out already. Yeah, so I just okay, now I'll just show you where all the archive comments went to. Who wants to guess where the comments went to? Yeah. Anyone got any idea where the comments went to? No prizes though.
You're all wanting to know where their resolved things goes to.
Exactly. So where do you think all your resolved comments or your resolved issue go to? Okay, never mind, I'll show you, okay? Right. You see, right? You can click on the comment button. Yeah, at the upper right hand corner. And when you click on it, behold, you see all your comments appear there. All your past comments, or the past history and so on, which is actually very useful. You want to, let's say, someone said something, and then you thought that the person said this and that until nobody has any idea who is talking about what. You can always go back to this comment thread and look at it again. Okay, and not only that, you can choose to reopen a comment thread. When you scroll down, right, you see that there is a giant tick. Okay, can you see this? The giant tick, the green tick. Yeah, by tick I mean the shape lah, not the insert. So I click on the reopen, link, and it's hidden underneath. There. Okay, and then after that you see these two words, mark and resolve and reopen. The one that is marked and resolved shows you the identity of the person who resolved this, and the one who reopen it will show who it is. So basically you can't hide. Yeah. So yeah, then you can continue to reply as normal. Okay, now I'm going to show you one more one very useful feature. Okay, someone resolve it. Oh well. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to show you one very useful feature. Which you, one very useful feature, and that's the ability to notify someone in particular. Okay, you may know that, right? You have already have access to this document. But what if you just want to, invite someone who is not accessing this document, but you want to make this person part of the comment thread? So how you can do this, right? Inside the comments box, you press plus. Yes, I know the video showed the A sign, but I think Google has been trying to promote the use of the plus symbol because they have this social networking account called Google Plus. So I think it's a subconscious attempt by Google to indoctrinate you on the value of the plus. So, yes. So I think let's all say you can invite anyone, even non-Google account holder. But for myself, I shall invite myself. Okay, so can you see what I've done? You added the plus here, then it shows you a list of the email option they can choose. But not only that, you can also type in other email addresses that are not inside your own Google account. So it's very flexible. Then you can type in across the comment. When I do that, right, when I click on the send, your plus mention, right, will add people to this post and send an email. Okay, so now that it's already sent, what do you think will happen next? Any idea? Okay, basically it will send an email to that person's email account, and then it will show that person, what the email address. It will show that person, send that person a summary of the conversation so far. It's very easy, which you saw in the video earlier. You can, to participate in the conversation, you don't even have to open up the document. I can simply reply to that email and it will appear there automatically. So I think I'll give it a try, everyone. Type in each other email addresses into the comment box, and then just mention each other. All right? And then you should see emails start appearing inside your own email inboxes. So this is how the commenting works. Okay, everyone take a look. This is an example of, because I sent to Benji's email. So this is an example of how the conversation can look like. To reply, you can just simply reply into the email as well. And then you just click on send. So I think that's one of the best things about this is that it allows you to follow a conversation. You don't have to open up the document. You can just open up the email account, which makes it very convenient for you. Yeah. Okay, everyone good so far?
Good.
Thank you. Yeah, I just got a quick question for us. I'd like to ask, what's your thoughts about this? How do you use comments? How would you use comments to encourage, let's say, your students, right? How will you encourage more participation, more collaborating? If you could share with them about a commenting feature, how do you think it could be used?
With students?
Yeah. If you as a tutor or the instructor, you want to encourage your students, to speak up, to share, to comment on, let's say, some document that you share with them. Yeah, how do you think you can go about using a commenting feature to encourage them to participate?
Well, it's good because you can specifically refer to something that you want them to comment on. So if they might not be confident to comment unless they're actually prompted. So it's a way of prompting them for a response to a specific part of a document.
Wow, thank you so much. I think our friends here raised a very useful point. Often, a lot of people will not participate in comment because they're not even asked to. You know how it is like for us. By default, we just keep quiet until your teacher calls us. Hey, you, in the back row. Yeah. So I think this could be the so-called the virtual equivalent of encouraging quieter people to speak up more, to participate more in group discussion, collaboration, and so on. Well, thank you so much. Okay. So yes, Now I'm going to move on to the last section, okay, which is about sharing. All right, everyone good so far? Everyone still with me?
Yes.
Okay, right, now I'm just going to share with you how to share. Okay, I know that's a bit corny, but anyway. Right, to share, right, it's very simple. On the upper right-hand corner, you see the share button, which is a blue button. Okay, when you click on it, you see this button called sharing setting. I mean, this dialog box called sharing setting. Okay, what's the purpose of sharing? Okay, now you may know that, right? Google Apps, I mean Google Documents, it allows you the ability to keep your document, to open it the whole wide world, or to share only specific group of people. So likewise, when you do this, right? Okay, I want everyone to try clicking a share button and go to sharing setting. You will add your own name inside. Okay, these are the list of people who are already added a document. How about you open up the share setting and type in your own email addresses? Okay, I demonstrate as well for myself. Okay, you see this, right? Yeah, so this is an example of how you invite people. Okay, now click on send. Okay, maybe I also invite Benji as well. It should take a few minutes for you. Yeah, so you can see this learner-centered activity. Yeah. Right, then you open it up, and then you see I share an item with you. So it's very convenient and make it very easy for people, for anyone who has email account you send it to, right? They can easily receive news that you share with them. And then you can click on, they can just click on the link to open it up. So when you do that, right? Oh, good, it's there. Right, so have you all added yourself inside? Because I don't see your name inside yet. Oh, good, okay. So have you all received your emails already? Okay, don't worry, it depends on how long it may take. But the more important thing is that you see your own name being added inside the list here. All right, now I'm going to do something interesting, okay? Have you heard about permission? You know, like permission, basically permission are settings in which you determine the level at which you can, how much, to what extent can you modify a document. So when you set someone to have edit permission, that person is able to edit, make changes to the content of the document. But you set a person to can comment, then you'll be able to put in comment, which you have tried just now. And lastly, can view. So that means a person will not be able to even put in any comment, so they can only view. Now, set all of yourself to view, okay? Can view. So find your own email addresses and set yourself to can view. And then click on Save Changes. Now click on Done. Tell me, what do you see? Okay, refresh your browser as well, by the way. So what do you see? Okay, now you notice something that doesn't, there doesn't seem to be any change, right? Okay, now I click on this. Now I'm doing something else. This is what's called visibility. Anyone with the link can edit. I'm going to change it. I click on change. Then I click on specific people. Only people explicitly granted permission can access. Now I click on save it. And now, okay, now have you all added yourself? Okay, for those who have not added yourself, refresh your browser, you'll find that unable to access the document. And those who have changed your setting to can view, you'll see that you now listed as view only. So in essence, right, this is how the concept of sharing. This is how you set the visibility. You can choose to make it public the whole world, or it's searchable by Google search engine, don't forget. Or you can share specifically with a specific group of people. And you can also, even the specific group of people is set, you can choose to selectively set a certain permission, whether edit, comment, or view. Okay, now I'll show you one last thing, the chat. Okay, I'm sure you all know about like using chat clients and so on, right? All right. So in order to Google Document also allows you to use chat. So at the upper right hand corner, you see this button called Show Chat. It's next to Comment on the left side. All right, you see it so far? Click on it, and you see that, yes, wow, a lot of people join group chat. Yeah, so feel free to say hello to each other. Yeah, and then now, yeah, just exchange your ideas and how you feel about, you know, this whole thing and whether this guy is handsome or not and so on and so forth. And okay. All right, so yeah, so I think with that, okay, I'll just hand this time over to Benji. Okay, thank you so much.
So you have seen the power of comment and chat. The key difference is comment happens when the person is not really live together with you collaborating at the same time. So you leave a comment for the person so that the person can respond to you later. Whereas the chat function allows you to synchronously chat together with one another. And this is not being captured and kept as a record. There's no historical record to this. So after you close the chat box, it no longer appear anymore. Everything that you have conversed about closes. Okay? So that's the key difference between chatting and commenting. Now, if we go back to our slide for today, I hope this session has been useful for you because it features a lot of what the power of Google Apps can be. Now, you may be thinking, what about other Google Apps that we have in the suite? For example, spreadsheet or even presentation. Not to worry, Google actually systematically create their apps in such a way whereby most of the function you see in Google Docs is also available in most of the other Google Suite apps. For example, in the spreadsheet, the way the file is being saved, the way you do your add-on is exactly the same as Google Doc. In presentation, you can also collaborate with one another to create presentation like the way we do in Google Doc. You can comment, you can also chat with one another. So all the functions go across the different Google apps in the Google Drive, right? And before we go, any question for us today? Anybody? Any question? Yes?
How to keep track? I mean, if you change something, you can make a notification. Now there's a new changes.
How to keep a new chat?
No, I mean,
Keep track.
For a few days, you have a document. Then now you want to know somebody else whether they make changes.
Make changes. Okay. Okay, in Google, what you can do is, in order to keep track of what has gone on in the changes, you go and view the history. Let me go and show you. Yes. If you go, okay, so if you go to File and you scroll down in the list, you will see this says See Revision History. Click on that. The revision history will be shown on the right side. Okay, typically if somebody has logged in and created some changes in this document, you would be able to see the person's name or profile name. And by clicking on the particular timestamp, you should be able to see what are some of the changes this person have done. Now, Google has kind of grouped them into certain timestamping. So you realize that at every minute, there is a group of people doing certain changes. So depending on how active and how many people are participating in the whole entire collaborative writing process, the history could be long or short. Okay, so to repeat again, to see that, go to File and click See Revision History. Right? Yes?
I've got a follow-up question. Is
Yes.
there a way to actually get email notifications of a change? So if someone makes a change, do you actually have to go and open the document up and check the changes, or can you? Is there a way to actually? Is there a feature to actually get emailed if the document has changed?
Yeah. There are two ways to get email notifications. If you are the owner of the document, you will get notifications by default. The other is to use the comments feature and tell your students, at critical intervals, make sure you add me in the comments and you will receive, add my email to the comments, you will receive the notifications. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
If you are the owner, by default you will get email updates.
right.
Yeah, if you are not and your students share the documents with you and you want to be notified by email at regular intervals, you can ask them, okay Prof, we are done with section 1. And then in the comments they put your email address there, you will get an email notification.
That pings you. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There are many videos available for Google Docs and Google Education apps online, so you can always Google them. I will add in some of these resources into the webpage as well. If you have more questions for us, you can also go to any of these social media channels to connect with CEL. This slide is available in the slide deck that is on the webpage.